My poor phone. Guys, Mbelan. A lady, right? A lady intends to bake 2 types of cakes. Please, says a lady, all right, intends to bake 2 types of cakes, type A and type B for sale. She intends to bake at least, terminology, at least, it will be greater or equal. I know my people, when they will be writing this question, they'll be like, hey, terminology as well. I have a very big feeling. You know, certain to my comment as you teach are important, because when they do come across, they will remember whatever you said on that particular day. Our memory are kind of tricky, so she intends to bake at least, and at least. We still have at least. So I'm identifying terminologies. I'll go through this again. All right. At most, type A must be equal to or more than. Equal to or more than is greater or equal as well. All right. Equal to or more than means greater or equal as well. All right. Then in it. Okay. The total number of cakes must not exceed 90. You want to put this and what go ahead. Wala zimaya za chunganda. Okay, cool. Must not exceed 90 is also less or equal. Have you noticed how I've identified the terminologies? So we are under the must not exceed 90 is also less or equal. Have you noticed how I've identified the terminologies? So we are under the one who's tapping. May God bless you. Thank you so much for tapping. At least is greater or equal. Equal to or more than is greater or equal to. Must not exceed is less or equal. Now that we have identified the terminologies, let's continue. Let's read out now. A lady intends to bake 2 types of cakes, type A and type B for sale. She intends to bake at least 30 cakes of type A and at least 20 cakes of type B. The number of cakes of type A must be equal to or more than the, more than the number of cakes of type B. The total number of cakes must not exceed 90. Now let's start. Now think. Taking X to represent the number of cakes of type A. So X is representing number of cakes in type A. X is for type A. Then automatically Y will be for type B, because there are only 2 types of cakes, type A and type B. Now let's come up with 4 inequalities. Is it 4? All right. Write 4 inequalities to represent the information above. Write 4 inequalities. How do we do that? 10. You have in the direct paragraph. In the direct paragraph. So this is question number 9. So you write up and do my example. You say question number 9. Alright, question number 9A. Question number 9A, and there come back to inequalities. So the first inequality is saying that, all right, you come back to the English. A lady intends to bake 2 types of cakes, type A and type B for sale. She intends to bake at least 30 cakes of type A. So type A and X. So come back to the English. A lady intends to bake 2 types of cakes, type A and type B for sale. She intends to bake at least 30 cakes of type A. So type A and X. So under 3 is what? is greater or equal. So we say x is greater or equal to 30. That is our first inequality. Say x is greater or equal to 30, meaning that at least, okay, she intends to bake at least 30 type A cakes. Okay, X represents type A of cakes, and at least means greater or equal to. All right, so tikamba kuti X is greater or equal to 30. Okay, then second inequality. And at least 20 cakes of type B. What is type B? It's Y. So we say Y should be greater or equal to 20. Okay, then type 3. Oh, part 3. Inequality 3. Inequality 3 tipezera part. The number of cakes of type A must be equal to or more than the number of cakes of type B. So it will be X should be greater or equal to Y. X should be greater or equal to Y. All right? Because the numbers of cakes of type A should be more than, should be the number of types A, which is X, must be equal to or more than the number of type C, cakes of type B. So it is X is greater or equal to Y. Then the last inequality. The last inequality now is saying that the total number of cakes must not exceed 90, meaning that the cakes of type A, the total number of cakes must not exceed 90, meaning that the cakes of type A, plus the cakes of type B should be less or equal to 90. That's the 4 inequalities. Kwasila. That's how we come up with the 4 inequalities. Good. We are done with A. B. Using a scale of 2 centimeters to present 10 cakes on each axis, meaning on x-axis and y-axis. All right. Draw x and y-axis. For our x is starting from 0 to 90 and our y starting from 0 to 90 as well. Clearly, shade the unwanted region to indicate clearly the region where the solution of the inequalities lies. That user RT, we should take this 2 centimeters. This is our 2 centimeters. From this point to that is 2 centimeters. All right. We should take 2 centimeters to present 10 cakes. So if we say we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. The graph DSSI graph. I don't know if you guys are able to see them. Let me try to nyamula this camera up. So we say we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So 90 zangena now up to this far end. Because this graph, if you balance it, shape. Okay? So our 0 will be here. Then in the y-axis, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, somewhere here. All right, so make sure you balance up your graph. It's very important that you balance up your graph. Okay, let me just, so let me now connect. In the y-axis, I will make sure that I draw a line. In the y-axis, I will make sure that I draw a line all the way from this point. And use a pencil. Me, I'm using a pen for illustration purpose. Use a pencil so that you can easily rub it off. Don't use a pen in an exam. It's a young code. Okay, we have drawn the y-axis for the cake B. So say type type B cakes. Number of type B cakes, and then we come here. Okay, we have up to far end here. No. Let me do off because of this she stand that is holding my phone. This shouldn't be the case. Don't do the 2 lines. Me, because of this stand which is here, it has messed up my graph. I don't want to waste another graph. So we have been told that 2 centimeters presenting 10 cakes. So 10, this is type B, type A. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Okay, I get to believe that they were given bigger graphs because we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Let me extend it a bit. Exact. Okay, so now let's use the inequalities. So first thing first, my good friends, if vama sine vivareko x is per 30, so draw a line at 30 in the x-axis. So 30 is right here. So draw a straight line up right here. You need to draw a straight line up to far end there. All right, so this line is represented by x is greater or equal to 30. All right, we are now drawing the lines. Then our y is at what? 20, up to far end there. All right, so this line is represented by x is greater or equal to 30. All right, we are now drawing the lines. Then our y is at what? 20. Okay, so where my y-axis is 20 up. Guys, I think I'll just end from here. I'm really tired. I'm really tired. I'll just end with this question. Might finish up whenever. Nanak. Okay, so this is our y. I need to write it here. Y is greater or equal to 20. Good. Then the other inequality, x is greater or equal to y. Ipita pa nembe, when x is equal to y, imapita up, or origin. It passes through the origin. Every time you equate your y and x, it passes through the origin. Okay? So this line will pass through up, like that. All right? So this line here, okay, I think you can, it's represented by x is greater or equal to y. Good. Then, ina addition, x plus y equal to 90. All right? If we're finding a point in the y-axis, okay, our x is 0, so y is per 90, and our x foot is per 90. So we connect 90, 90. So we connect from this point to the far end point, like that. And this one is x plus y is less or equal to 90. So having done that now, let's shade the unwanted. Let's shade the unwanted. So we'll start with the 30. We're saying that x is greater than 30. When you say x is equal to 30, which numbers are greater than 30? Is it 40, 50, or 20, 10? Which one are greater than 50? Because where we want is where x is greater. Where we need to shade is where x is less. So which one is greater? All right, if we put our line here, if we put line here, x is greater. Where we need to shade is where x is less. So which one is greater? All right, if we put our line here, if we put line here, which part is greater? Could it 40? Yeah, could it 40? That's where it's greater. Okay, so this is the part where we need this region. We need this. So if we're to shade, we shade this part. Now we bendeke John. Bendeke now camera or phone yako bendeke daddy. So we get to shade that part. Then we have year 20. And then they're saying that our 20 is greater than our y is greater than 20. Greater than 20 ni kuti. Is it kuri 10 or kuri 30? And guys, greater than 20, is it kuri 10 or kuri 30? Kuri 30 ndeku greater. So we get to cancel kwestifuna. Yes. So we get to cancel okay? So we get to do this. So now we have remained with this line. Okay. So now we've been told that our x is greater than y. Greater kwa y ni kumwamba. All right? So meaning that our y is less. Ukundekwe tifuna is. Na ku x ukundekwe tifuna. So if we are to shade this one, we get to shade kumwamba. So, all right? Because our x is greater than y. Okay? Greater kwa y ni kumwamba. Now our y is less. Our x is greater. Greater kwa x ni 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So we get to shade that part. And from the look of things, guys, in your last line, you don't even have to think otherwise. You just see, shade the other part. Like this. So now the region where our answers is as this 30 by 30 cakes. Right, then we have another point here, which is the 31, 41, 41, 42, 43, 44. Our answers is as this 30 by 30 cakes. Right, then we have another point here, which is the 31, 41, 41, 42, 43, 44. Okay. 41, 42, 43, 44. Okay, so we have 44 cake, comma, again 41, 42, 43, 44 as well. 44, 44. Then what do we have here? We have another point here, which is at 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. At 69, comma, 20. Then what about this point here? It is at 30, 20. So these are points. All right. Remember, I and my x-axis, I. Then I and my y-axis. All right. So meaning that patina 30 type A cakes, 20 type B cake, 30 type A, 30 type B, 44 type A, 44 type B, 69 type A, 20 type B. So this is how we get. And you're right. That's why the region. We have answered this one. We have answered B. We go to C. The reason why I was writing this, my numbers, is for the sake of C. Saying the profit on the sale of type A cakes is 30 kwacha. So for every sale of type A, I need a new pen paper. For every sale of type A, which is X, okay, wapanga profit 30 kwacha. Every number of cakes that they sell for type A, it can be 10, 20, its profit is 30. Agrisa mozi, profit on 30 kwacha. Agrisa with profit on 60, that's what I mean. All right, plus, all right, the profit of selling a type B cake is 50 kwacha. So it will be 50 Y, all right? So, how many cakes of each type, right? How many cakes of each type can be baked to make maximum profit? How many cakes of each type, right? How many cakes of each type can be baked to make maximum profit? So we'll start testing. Right? In 30 cakes of type A, 20 cakes of type B. So tifaka up. So apa pali X tifaka po 30. So zangati 30 times 30 plus 50 times 20. What are we going to get? All right. Then let me just write them in advance. Then apa tifaka po 30 pali X na Y. So zangati 30 kwacha per 30 cakes plus 50 kwacha per 30 cakes of Y type. All right, so we have this one, these two. Want to check which one will give us the maximum point. Then we get this one. We have 44, 44. So say 30 multiplied by 44 plus 50 multiplied by 44 equals. Then the last point, we have 69, 20, 69, 20. We have 30, 69 plus 50, 20. So we want to test which one will give us maximum profit. Let's start punching. So tiambilai, Sakambati, 30 quarter times 30 cakes plus 50 quarter times 20 cakes. Oh, wait. 30 cakes times 30 quarter times 30 cakes plus 50 quarter times 20 cakes. What are we getting? We are getting 1,900. So in the profit yanga pange, if they bought 30 cakes of type, if they bake 30 cakes of type A, all right, and the 20 cakes of type B, they can make this profit 1,900. Now, let's try this one. 30 quarter times 30 cakes plus 50 quarter times 30 cakes. What are we getting? We are getting 2,000. Okay, yakulako 2,400. All right, so E title up because you are cheaper profit. Then we come to this.